Hey guys, this is a tutorial video on how to make your own handy dandy notebook from Blue's Clues. Yo, can you get it out of the side table drawer?
Yep.
Now, I'm going to teach you how to make this with simple things you can just find around your home. And I'm also going to teach you how to make a crayon label. Now, this is actually a jumbo crayon. So, I'll teach you how to make this. And like on eBay you see them for like $50, so well, I'll make my own. Do it for $0.00 because I'm cheap, and I'll show you how to make this bad boy. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take your photo of the notebook, crop it so you can only see the chair, and in my program on my phone there's a color option where it just takes away the color, but for you might have to do it manually. Part 1, designing the cover. Now before you do anything, you're gonna want to set your size to square or whatever. So then you make your border black before you do anything, or whatever fits, and then you're gonna load in your background photo, and it always has to be a square or else it won't work, so that way there's a black border. And then you load in your thinking share photo, and you can make the thinking share photo, you gotta make it smaller, but you can make the colors however you want it. You can make it gold or like mine, because I'm doing a rendition of the 100th episode version, but since Steve didn't have that notebook in the episode, I decided I'd make my own. So yeah, so you could do mine or the regular one. I'm doing a shot, so but when you're making the notebook, you're gonna want to use a folder to make the black backing for it. So yeah, just use this or whatever folder. I can't speak today, but whatever folder will work, as long as it's black, or if you want to like paint one. But I just happen to have a black folder laying around, so I just used a black folder. So yeah, so it's just a black folder, and what I did was, since it's flimsy, so I ended up layering it. So I ended up layering it 4 times, and the dimensions for the notebook is 4x4. So that's the size of the square. So this is what I used. I think it was 2 folders. Actually, no, I might have used 1. I don't remember. But yeah, so you just use a regular old folder you can find around the house. And then for your spirals, you can just grab a regular old school notebook. Regular school notebook. The spirals were too small, so what I did, I stretched them out. I stretched them a little bit so that way they would fit the actual notebook. The swirls, not the swirls, the spiral holder from the actual show. You're gonna want to make sure it has 10 holes that it can slide into, so you don't make it too big, because in the show there was always 10 rings around Steve's notebook. The top red rings, there was 10 loops in them, so that would mean there would be 10 holes. So that's what I did. I put in the 10 holes. I drilled in 10 holes. I'll show you a video of that in a second. And that's what I did for that. And also, after you print out your design, you're gonna want to print it. But if it's pixels, you put in 4.5 as the size for the top and the left, and leave the bottom and the right blank. Don't touch those, just let those be, and don't turn off aspect ratio, just keep that on. Just write 4.5 and 4.5 on the top margins. and just don't touch anything else, and after that print it. And then once you print it, you're going to want to cut off that black border, because the black border is just like a little size thing, just in case you mess up. Alright, so you cut off the black border, you cut off the rest of the paper, and then you got that. And then after that, you glue it on. It doesn't matter what kind of glue it is. When I glue these together, I use super glue because like you want it to stay together. But if you're gonna glue like the actual label, like the actual design, just use like regular glue, because like super glue, there's not really a point. So just use the regular, just like regular dollar store glue. That's fine, So yeah, and then I'll show you the video of my buddy drilling the hole. Alright, so the loop actually got out of place. I'm doing it again. I keep saying actually. But the loops got out of place, as you can really tell that the loops got out of place. But yeah, you see that one right there. Yeah, a lot of them got out of place, so we had to reform them. But you gotta do what you can do, right? It's not gonna stay perfectly. And what we did is that if you're making this for a child, you're gonna want to bend the edges in, so that way, because if you poke your finger in that's gonna hurt. And I also, on this end, I bent it the right way so that way it would act like a crayon catcher for the crayon. So that way when you put the crayon in, bam, it's not gonna fall out, because this part's holding the crayon in. When you need it, you can just push the crayon catcher, take it out. And so now I'm gonna show you how to make the actual crayon. The crayon is actually just like a jumbo size crayon. It doesn't matter what kind of crayon it is, as long as it's a jumbo size crayon. I mean, a regular crayon would work too, but if you want to go accurate, like the show, you're gonna want to go a jumbo crayon. And so since I actually couldn't find any templates for jumbo crayons, I couldn't find any of the label templates, so I kind of had to wing it. So what I did, I just got a regular old piece of printer paper. I got some markers, and all the lines are equal together, but again, I had to do what I can do, because it's kind of like a homemade thing. So I just took a ruler. All these are about a centimeter, about a millimeter, centimeter. No, it should be like a centimeter. They're just space them like a centimeter apart, and then just do your colors according to the color of your notebook. Just do like a light color, then a dark color. So for me, I just did yellow, brown, yellow, brown. I was gonna do orange, but I thought the brown looked better. So, and then the crayon label, if all the way up, it's gonna be 3 inches all the way up. It doesn't really matter how long, like what the width of it is, but it has to be 3 inches. So if it's gonna fit the crayon perfectly, it's got to be at least 3 inches. So what I just did is I just colored them in, and then after that I just taped this on. I made sure it was tight. I taped it on, taped it over here so that way it won't slide off. And so then you got your crayon. And again, if you want to go with accurate, it's actually not a green crayon like it is in the show. It's actually a black crayon, but it has a green. It has a green color to it. I think it's green because of the color of the notebook. So I just did the same thing. So since my notebook's kind of like a golden, so I just did yellow and brown. So then you can just like. So my side table drawer is actually just my regular dresser. I actually have a closet, so I don't use it. So I just put my notebook right there. So it's pretty big, but again, you could fill it with some stuff. You could fill it with like paper, extra crayons. I think I might actually do more crayon labels for the rest of the colors. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. But yeah, but that's how you make a Blue's Clues notebook for items that you can just find at home. Yeah.